Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily checkity check. See what the energies are of the day, what messages anybody who's tuning into this reading, no matter when it is, what they need to hear, what guidance, what messages. All right, starting with the Kali Oracle card. There's two. I'll just take the top one. All right, Kali Kalmasa Nasini, number 42. Working with Kali has been amazing. Very nurturing energy and also very mama bear type of energy, protective. There's a lot of different aspects of goddess, of mother energy, depending on what's needed. And I really love that she can shift and share different aspects of who she is depending on what situation has arisen. So with that, look at that. Very powerful. Kali Kalmasa Nasini. She devours darkness with her endless hunger for light, peace, and redemption. She reaches the deepest places, the darkest spaces, relentless in her pursuit of the lost and despairing. No soul shall ever be forgotten, abandoned, or betrayed by her. Those that believe in their own guilt, their sin, their shame, evoke her mighty tenderness, and she feasts upon the darkness that threatens to consume them, alleviating the weight of their suffering, allowing their hearts to become light and free. Wow. I'm not surprised that there's a message about darkness. Yesterday's reading was about, or part of it at least, was about the womb energy, going into that dark energy, becoming nothing, letting go of your storyline, letting go of your ego, letting go of whatever happens during your daytime, so you can be in that womb of creation, that fabric of nothing, and create new from a new slate type of energy. And how powerful that is, how instead of separating parts of ourselves as bad and not allowing that aspect of yourself to be with you, you might have a sense of abandonment because you have cut off aspects of yourself from yourself. And so energetically, that reflection becomes the experience of others abandoning you, whereas really your energy is split and you abandon yourself, maybe to try to fit in to society, to a family. And you learn from your family, from your society, that there are aspects of you that are judged as bad, unwanted. And so we learn how to separate ourselves from ourselves. So there's a reclamation that's happening of all of who you are, and a forgiveness, learning to forgive those aspects of yourself and to unscatter and make yourself whole and complete. Feels very integral to the next new cycle or new cycles, as well as learning how to release the old cycles. It feels like a part of empowerment taking accountability and responsibility without the shame or the guilt, but just an acceptance and a desire for change. All right. So this is a general reading. I'm not tuning into one person's specific energies. So take what resonates and leave the rest. So in the past, there's an energy of the Nine of Cups and wish fulfillment. This is one person being able to create almost the full Monty year of satisfaction and emotional joy and happiness. What do we need to know about the Nine of Cups? Okay. So in the past, you had this very strong wish, desires. Wish feels a little, that doesn't quite fit. It feels like intentions. It feels like a manifestation. Like I want satisfaction. I want happiness. I want joy in my life. I want whatever it is that personally creates personal fulfillment for you, that there was a strong asking and desire. However, it looks like you were connected with person. I'd say this could be many people. It could be an energy of not really wanting, someone who doesn't want to do the work, someone who, that I'm talking about the inner work and the work between people and taking responsibility and growth and ascension and raising your vibration, raising your consciousness. There, you might have even been born into a family that is like this as well. People who are stuck in repetitive cycles or stifles, and unwilling or unable. Maybe it's not their path. That maybe it's not part of their life path to evolve. Maybe part of the plan was for them to stay very rigidly opposed to ascension. So those who are drawn to that path have a very clear decision to make. Do you stay with these people and stay stuck and dissatisfied and unhappy and not really fulfilling who you are? Or do you make tough decisions about who has access in your life? It looks like the more you separate yourself from these type of energies and decide to follow your heart, follow your path, follow your intuition, the more success you started to get. Public success, people seeing what a glow up you've had. And as you've healed, as you've released these energies, you put up some very healthy boundaries and learned about healthy boundaries. But there's some type of leveling out that I'm feeling in this past energy, leveling out, and so you don't feel that you need to be as defensive. You start seeing that by following your intuition and making the shifts that you need to show up and be yourself, that is creating success in your space. And you don't have to be so defensive. That as your vibration has raised and you've been working on you and enjoying more you, releasing what no longer serves you, that you're starting to see more and more people showing up who are helpful, who are caring, who are supportive, who care about you, who can see you and appreciate you. So that whatever that reflection of the people showing up more and more, these wonderful matches, people who you can be yourself around. And you can tell they're more themselves, even if they are strangers to you. There's a familiarity, a trust. Like, oh, we're not masking, we're just being ourselves around each other, and how lovely that is. And so I'm getting that this really has helped you. This helped you take a whole new approach to how you perceive life, how you perceive yourself, how you are perceiving the world around you. Feels like you're getting excited about, if I heal this past trauma, if I take control of what I do have control over, which is my energy, my thoughts, my words, my actions, and let go of any trying to control energies, anybody, situations, let go of trying to control anything that's not within my ability to control, and focusing your energy on what you can work with, then it feels like you started making some quick leaps and bounds. All right, so in your current energy is Queen of Swords. Feel like you're finding a lot of clarity and truth in the current energies. Your energies feel very welcome as long as people bring their true self and the truth. It might be very difficult for you at this time when someone who's unhealed, who they're not in alignment. Their energetic body is not in alignment with their thoughts, is not in alignment with their words, is not in alignment with their actions. And it might be very uncomfortable, and it might even create a reaction, an uncomfortable reaction from you, because this is past you, like an echo from your past showing up, someone who is showing you, oh, this is an aspect of you that was unaligned. And there might be this disgust or revulsion type of energy, or wanting to, I don't know, depends on each person, like punish this person, decimate them. Like, I'm just getting to remember compassion, that remember to forgive yourself, that there was a time when you didn't know about this and you were unaligned, maybe unconsciously, very unconsciously unaligned. You didn't realize that part of the key to your happiness and success was your thoughts matching your words, matching your deeds. And so if that happens, if people are showing up that are just triggering the bejesus out of you, see if those are past aspects of you that you need to forgive and release and have some compassion for that person. Boy, lots of truth, lots of mental energy and your current energy. Right now, you might be receiving a lot of gifts of insight from your higher self, from the divine. Some of you might be having difficulty sleeping the last couple nights because it looks like you're doing a lot of energy work at night. I'm getting that the more you allow and release what happens during the day and allow yourself to just be at night, be with the darkness, just be instead of do in the darkness will help you release old cycles. It feels like a lot of clearing, is happening, especially at night. And so it looks like if you enjoy that dark space at night in bed and be at peace with it, let go of anything that happened during the day, let go of who you are, let go of your storyline, and surrender to this void energy. There's a lot of peeling away of the old so you can make space for what's coming in. And what's coming in, it's different for each of us, but information about the next cycle. This next cycle for you feels very different. I'm getting that you asked for emotional fulfillment in the past, and you've had to go through quite a journey to shift your world. I'm hearing uproot your world in a big way, to let go of old energies that that don't fit with what you've asked to manifest. It feels like you're creating such a brand new cycle that's very different than it feels very unique to you. And so there's also this letting go of preconceived notions about how you should be and how life should be, instead of like inviting fun and adventure and security and stability and joy and community and peace and comfort and exhilaration, ecstasy, love, caring, being seen, being heard. There's energies that are being released in present time that have to deal with a resistance to leave energies behind, even if they are completely unsatisfying. Maybe you have unconscious agreements or limiting beliefs that that keep you that have kept you stuck and remaining attached to unhappiness. It has, whatever these energies are, they have a lot of momentum, and so they feel very overwhelming. Maybe you've been in these sad or unhealthy or painful situations for so long that you can't remember or don't have access to what it would be like to not have those energies in your space. It looks like they're coming up, like you might have been able to tolerate really uncomfortable energies, uncomfortable people in the past, but in current energy, you can't ignore it. It's these energies, these people, these situations have get your attention. You can't ignore them. They're coming up in a profound way. They are purposely stirring up your emotions and feel very in your face so you can make a decision. It's decision time. It's time to decide what you want moving forward, who you want to be moving forward. This feels very empowering. Some of you might feel a bit disconnected from your guides, or have been feeling like, I don't know, maybe you haven't been getting as many intuitive hits, and there's been this feeling like, I don't know what my next step is. It's been very confusing. What do I do? I would like to move forward, but I'm not getting any inspired hits. I'm not feeling that, like, yes, that's what's next. What I'm getting is that you are doing a lot of work on spiritually, energetically. That once you clear these energies and make space, then you will get information right when you need it, not a second before and not a second too late. Some of you might have been experiencing in the last couple of days, last week, feeling incredibly guided, how things happen during a day, how the timing of people showing up, messages, have helped move you through your day to get you to be in a better place. You're really releasing ego, bullies, feeling unempowered, toxic patterns of allowing others to make decisions for you. Power plays, power dynamics. You're releasing needing to win, and letting go of trauma bonding, releasing secrets, releasing to yourself, like letting go of aspects of yourself that it feels very shameful and secretive, and parts of yourself that you feel are very unlovable, and that if anybody knew of what you did or what you thought of or whatever those things are, that there would catastrophe would ensue. It would be the end of who you are, like something very, you perceive these secrets, these personal parts of yourself. It's like you're finding a different point of view where you can learn to love those parts of you, not justifying or any type of, but just those are aspects of me. They were younger, more unconscious. They didn't know, or the lack of care for and consideration for others, or some type of way of being that was destructive, not only for yourself but others. And how can you reconcile with aspects of yourself? How can you meet those younger versions of you without judgment and with understanding, and realizing that they're a part of who you are? Those parts of you behaved in a way, created situations and interactions that eventually allowed you to become the person you are today. And to not abandon those parts of you. Ooh, powerful. All right, so your higher self is in the energy of the Hierophant in reverse. Yes. Okay, what I'm getting, so this I'm feeling is like structure, tradition, the way things are, going to others to find your answers. So I'm getting that you are energetically clearing so many traditions that no longer suit you, suit the collective. Old ways of being, system busters. Instead of seeking your guidance outside of yourself, you are finding your own guidance within. That your church is not outside a building that you have to go to outside of you, but a church within, or whatever religious space that you are the temple, that you have access to. All your answers are within. Right now, you might be experiencing some impatience as things are balancing, because you might be wanting to move forward. And what I'm getting is that this is very important, this time, to be right where you are, in this balancing and realignment space. That this really allows you to let go of storylines, people, energies that have been really attached to, maybe in toxic and unhealthy ways. And you might experience it again as not being able to move forward, of feeling a bit stuck. But this is important. This is not a step to be missed. This is so when you go into your new cycle, you have new energies, that you've done a real good clearing of anything that were from the old cycles. And you are creating space and using this as a very creative space for thinking about, imagining, and basking in the energies of possibility of what's new. There are old karmic energies coming up to be released as well. This isn't a punishment. Nothing's wrong. You're going fine. You're doing well. It feels like there's a lot of work behind the scenes, spiritually, energetically, that are being accomplished right now. And the more you surrender to this process and acquiesce, like this is, it'll all switch. Eventually I'll find some divine timing when this releases and start stepping into my new life when the timing is perfect. Your challenge right now is 6 of Cups. Your challenge right now is spending too much time in the past with your thoughts, with your words. Do you talk about the past a lot? Do you think about who wronged you? Are you still kind of reminiscing during your day, going back and thinking about trying to figure out old patterns, old issues? That is just notice, like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about this thing in the past that happened. Noticing without judgment or being angry at yourself. Like, okay, I notice, I'm conscious, I'm aware of what I was thinking of. Is this helpful? No, this feels very practiced. Is it something I typically think of, or is this something new, like something that's coming up? Like, I haven't thought about this in a long time. That's interesting. Why am I thinking of this memory right now? Is it because there's something happening in present energy that reminds me, and so it's reactivated this memory so I can clear it, so I can get a different perspective on it? A lot of times when we're just unconsciously thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, then our thoughts think us, and we don't think about a subject, a situation, a person, a connection in any new way. We are just repeating the same thought pattern again and again, like in a loop, like Groundhog's Day, with nothing new happening. So when you become conscious of what you're thinking and aware, like, oh, I was just unconsciously just went for like an hour into an argument with my ex and what I would say and okay, at least I'm aware of it. It took me a while. I'm aware of it. I wonder why that's coming through. Is there something else I could think of instead? I can't control the ex. I can't change the past, but I can take responsibility for my thoughts and change them, change the station, tune into something else that is helpful. You also might be challenged with intense emotions. I think this came up earlier, that there might be people showing up in your world and situations happening that might trigger really intense emotions, and you might be they might be emotions that make you want to react. They're that quick and intense, and I'm getting that these are coming up so you can find your balance, that you can feel emotions, you can feel a mixture of the emotions without becoming the emotion, without matching the energy and being physical expression of that emotion. I think that's why a lot of times people fear emotions instead of learning how to observe them, to feel them, to notice when you're in it. I'm in it. I'm matching this emotion. I'm kind of taken over by this emotion or mix of emotions. And that's okay too. Just realizing and recognizing that you can't achieve enlightenment and you get a graduation, a diploma. I have achieved enlightenment. And so now from here on out, enlightenment is moment by moment. I get to view people energetically, and in reading spaces, I've been able to see people who, on some subject matters, maybe business, where they're freakishly, they are so aligned. Their energy is divine guidance and inspired, and they have this beautiful business energy. They know it, they feel guided, they know it's going to happen, they have a knowingness, a clarity, a lack of worry. And then they'll talk about some other aspect, maybe relationships, and their energy is clouded and mixed and confused, and they don't have their own energy. It's typical, like anybody else, everybody else, like myself. So it isn't about achieving perfection, whatever that means, or mastery, and then you never have to learn anything else again. That's someone following their ego, that they want to be done, be on top, be the best. And as I see it, you can achieve, any of us, all of us, find that alignment, that space from time to time, sometimes accidentally and sometimes consciously. Find that alignment, feel that flow, feel that connection. You are fantastic. And then something happens, or you shift to another aspect of your life and you feel like a mess. And so the goal here is to keep finding that alignment, that things knock you off or create a wobble in your energy. And you're just to keep finding that alignment again and again and again. It's easier to make decisions from that space of alignment. It's easier to receive, to create. But also, if you stop judging those wobbles when you're not aligned and when you are off center, that those are necessary to build strength, to help you make decisions and discernment, to get your attention. I'm really wobbling. Oh, I knew okay. All right, what just happened? And so you learn a lot from those. So the less you try to remain some type of unachievable, unattainable perfection of constantly being aligned, and give yourself a break, that's not part of the plan. Isn't about perfection. It's about, it's about your own personal journey, becoming more you. And so for each of us, that's very different and unique. So, all right. I hope this was helpful. Take care. I'd love your comments if you feel like you want to share. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So, all right. Take care. Bye.